everyone, and welcome to the vlog. This vlog is a little different starting out just because I'm not in my apartment or at the hospital. I am in Montgomery, Alabama on like a little weekend trip with my boyfriend. He used to live here, so we're going to visit some of his favorite restaurants when he used to live here. And then we're going to the Rosa Parks house today, and then another exhibit tomorrow. So I'll film some of that. And we'll check out Montgomery together because this is my first time being here. But I'm in the hotel right now. It's pretty nice with a nice little view. And there's like a river like right there. But yeah, we're just chilling in the hotel, about to head out to go to the Rosa Parks house in a little bit. One of the things I love about staying in hotels is I watch cable TV, which I never do anymore, but me and my boyfriend are like, we love it because we just kind of like the randomness of it, because usually at home we watch like Netflix or like Hulu. So right now we're watching like the Hugh Hefner documentary on A&E, which is actually pretty good. But the bad thing about cable TV is that we can't pause it, so we're not gonna be able to watch this later. But whatever. So change what I said. We're actually going to the Rosa Parks Museum. Oh, we're going to the Rosa Parks Museum. This was my boyfriend's doing. So change of plans. We're not going to the Rosa Parks house. We're going to the Rosa Parks Museum. Apparently the Rosa Parks house was about to get demolished a couple years ago, and then some artists saved it, and now it's in Berlin. So change of plans. But I'm still excited to see the Rosa Parks Museum. What about you?
I can't believe they bulldozed her house.
They didn't bulldoze. They were thinking about it.
Okay, I can't believe they were thinking about bulldozing your house. It's ridiculous.
All right, so now we're walking through Cloverdale to my boyfriend's old apartment where he used to live. Do you want to talk about your apartment?
That looks so weird. It wasn't that nice, but I had a great time. It was fun.
Their rent was how much?
It was $450 a month.
So, pretty cheap. And this was what year again?
Oh, this was in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check it out. Let's check it out. This is a cute neighborhood.
Right?
Oh wait, there it is, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I used to be able to just like walk right across the street to all the stuff.
So is it like multiple apartments in each building?
Yeah, I think there's like, if you go in, there's a door to the left, door to the right, and there's a staircase. So I think there's like about 4 apartments. One to the left, one to the right, on each level, and there's 2 levels.
Wait, so where's your old apartment?
I think that AC unit there, that was my apartment.
Aww.
Used to be a gate right there. And I used to just like be able to like alley out.
Ali used to run around in here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
Because that's the place where we walked was gated off. She got out of that gate twice.
Oh, like underneath the...
By going underneath.
Oh yeah, that is kind of high up.
Can you imagine her doing that now? No.
No.
I used to play at this bar with a band called the Honey Tree Band.
Oh, the honey.
I didn't choose the name.
Oh, so they changed it then to Alley Bar.
No. The name of the band was the Honey Tree Band.
Ah.
Don't ask me why. I didn't choose the name.
Okay, everyone, we just checked out of our hotel not too long ago. We got some Starbucks, and we are now at the what is it called? I just forgot that quick. Like National Museum of Peace and Justice.
I think so, yeah.
National Museum of Peace and Justice. We're about to go check that out. So this was actually, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna cut this out. I have an update on Orla the foster cat. So yesterday I got an email from the animal shelter saying that they have a request for an adoption for Orla. So I didn't talk to her, but I texted the woman last night who wants to adopt the cat, and she seems friendly through text, so I guess that's a good thing. But she has another cat that she adopted from the animal shelter last year, and she wants a friend for the cat. So tonight at around like 6:40, me and my boyfriend are going to take Orla to this woman's townhome and kind of like see if the two cats get along, because that's the main thing that the woman is worried about, that Orla and the cat won't get along. So we're gonna do like a meet and greet with the two cats and a meet and greet with the woman who wants to adopt Orla and see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. Orla is 1 year and 9 months. So she's kind of getting to be an older cat by cat terms, I guess, since she's not like under 1 anymore. So I'm hoping that this adoption works out, because I really want Orla to get adopted since she's a sweetie pie for the most part. And yeah, we've had her for about a month. So hopefully she gets adopted. With the other cat, Firecracker, he got adopted. Like, he got an adoption request within days of us getting him. Like, he got 2 adoption requests. The first one didn't work out, and the second one did. And so just having Orla for a month and no adoption requests until yesterday, we were kind of worried. We were like, why doesn't anyone want to adopt her? She's so cute. I'm honestly worried too that we may not be able to get Orla into her like cat cage to take her over there, because I've never even taken her out of the apartment since she's been here. So I'm like, I don't even know how she's gonna do. She was super fidgety when we got her. So I'm hoping that she just listens and goes into the crate and doesn't fight, because she has sharp claws and I don't feel like fighting Orla tonight. Okay. So I just got back from taking Orla to meet her possible new mother. She's eating now. I lured her back into her cage by bringing her a fancy feast, but she did good. Orla did good. She was kind of cautious, a little fearful, but she got out of her crate and like walked around, and the woman had some toys for Orla to play with. And then the woman also had like a little gate we put up, so her cat and Orla could like kind of meet between the gate, and they did good. They both like walked up to the gate and like got really close and like sniffed each other, and nobody hissed or arched their back. So I was like, okay, that's good. Like, Orla did a good job. Orla put on a good grade A show for the woman. Even though Orla's nice anyway, but Orla really like did good, which I'm happy about. And Orla let me pick her up when we were there, and we pet her, and the woman got to pet her. So we'll see if the woman wants to adopt her. She wasn't very like upfront about it to us. Like, she wasn't like, oh, I want to take her, like, when can I get her? She didn't really say that. She just said, oh, I like her, she seems nice, like, okay. And then I was just like, okay, you can just reach out to the animal shelter and let them know if you want her or not, and then we'll bring her back to you. So we'll see. Hopefully she does. Hopefully Orla gets a home. Hello everyone, I am at the dentist office. It is Wednesday. I'm finally getting my fillings done, so not that happy about it, but it has to be done. So just to recap, so this past weekend, me and my boyfriend had went to Montgomery just to like visit where he used to live and kind of like eat at some of his favorite restaurants there. Just a short little vacation. And this week I have off, so I'm kind of getting things done, such as going to the dentist and getting my teeth fixed, y'all. So if I look crazy when I come out and my face looks all funny, don't judge me. Don't judge me. But let me go in because I'm like, it's 10:50 right now and my appointment's at 11. All right, y'all, so I just got at the dentist. So one side of my face isn't moving. Y'all know why. That took kind of a while, but I had a couple fillings to get done. I'm trying to think. I got there at 11, and is it almost 2 o'clock? Hold on, sorry. So I got there at 11, and it is like 1 o'clock now. So about 2 hours. But like the numbing medicine probably took like 20 minutes to kick in, so yeah, but my mouth had to be open for a long time, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna be sore. But I'm about to just run to Walmart and pick up some stuff, and then we'll see. The rest of the day, I'm probably just gonna chill and read. So yeah. So I wanted to give you guys a little update on the Orla adoption situation. So Orla is still here. The woman whose house that I took Orla to ended up not wanting Orla. She said Orla's sweet, but she felt like her cat wasn't ready to have another cat living with the cat she already had. So Orla girl is still here. Orla's chasing the camera. Ooh. So yeah, Orla's still here, and people who are like, my family has been asking me like, why don't you adopt Orla? You said she's like a sweet cat and really nice, and she is, but her and my boyfriend's dog just don't get along really well. The dog like shakes really bad around the cat, and it just doesn't do well with the cat. So hopefully Orla will eventually find her forever home, but while she's here, oops, the lighting is weird. But while she is here, I am happy to have Orla. Isn't that right, Orly? Isn't that right? All right, you guys, so since I am off this week, it's one of my vacation weeks for the year, and I won't have anything to tell you guys about like cases I've done this week since I'm not at the outpatient center. I figured why not talk about the difference between working in a hospital as a CRNA versus working in an outpatient center as a CRNA, because I've done both. Most of my schooling was in the hospital, and then most of my time as a CRNA has been outside the hospital at an outpatient center. So I wanted to kind of like talk about both of them, the pros and cons of working at a hospital or working at an outpatient center. So with a hospital, you're more likely to have a variety of cases, such as trauma, gynecological procedures, urology, neuro procedures, cardiac. Just the possibilities are kind of endless on what type of surgeries that you can have at a hospital. And then of course it depends on if you are at a like level 1 trauma versus a level 3 trauma. If the hospital you work at has cardiac surgeons do cardiac surgeries, or sometimes you'll have a doctor who does transplants, so you end up doing like kidney transplants. It just all kind of depends on what hospital you work at. So the types of cases you get at a hospital are kind of endless. And then at an outpatient center, like the one I work at, I still have a decent variety of cases, but of course I don't have cardiac procedures, transplants, brain surgery. There's none of that. And then also some outpatient facilities are pretty specific on what kind of cases they do. So you may work at a outpatient center that just does plastic cases. So like breast augmentations, facelifts, rhinoplasties, that type of thing. And then there's also some outpatient centers that strictly do colonoscopies and endoscopies. So generally outpatient centers have less variety in the type of cases you'll get. And the patients at the outpatient center also tend to be healthier versus at a hospital. You can get healthy patients to very sick patients. And then another thing about working in the hospital is you will sometimes get cases that are called out of the OR cases, which basically means you're providing anesthesia to patients outside the OR. So that could mean going to the cath lab and providing anesthesia for that. Or sometimes, I know when I was at the hospital, I would go to the MRI suite and provide anesthesia for those patients who were like really nervous and couldn't sit still for the time period that the MRI took, so they needed sedation for that. Working at an outpatient center, you don't have that because there's no really out of the OR areas in an outpatient center. But something that is kind of like out of the OR equivalent in an outpatient center is that you go to different centers. So we have like our main outpatient site where most of the surgeries are done, and then we'd occasionally go like once or twice a week to the pain center that's like that the anesthesia group has a contract with, basically. And then as far as scheduling at the hospital, a lot of the times when you work at a hospital, there is either an opportunity to do call or it's required that you do call. And it kind of depends on how big the hospital is. Usually with bigger hospitals, if they have residents or if they hire specific people to do call, you don't have to do call at all, or you do less call. And then at smaller hospitals where they don't have as many resources, residents, and staff that is hired specifically to do call, you end up doing more call. So at my old hospital, I ended up doing a good amount of call, usually at least once or twice a week I would do call, and then occasionally I would have weekend call shifts. And with call shifts, you basically can either stay in-house, or if you live close enough to the hospital, some hospitals will allow you to stay at your apartment or home. And that's generally if you live within like 30 minutes of the hospital. Sometimes it's less, like 20 minutes, to be able to get there quickly if there's like an emergent case, or if there is a stat C-section, or if a patient needs an epidural. And then with call shifts, a lot of the things that you're called in for are like emergent cases that can't be held off until the morning. And then also if your hospital has OB and maybe placing epidurals or doing a C-section. At an outpatient center, at least I've never heard of it, there is no call. There's usually no weekends, and there's no holidays. I know at some centers, sometimes they have like Saturdays that they do procedures and they'll ask people to come in, but for a lot of the outpatient centers that I've looked at and the one I work at, you aren't required to do any weekends, any holidays, any calls. And for me, that was the biggest thing. I really wanted a good work-life balance. So like above anything else, above pay, above just like anything, I was like, I want a schedule where I can have weekends off. I have my weekends free to do what I want. I get to be home for the holidays. I can be around my family, and I don't have to do calls. So that's the number one reason why I decided to work at an outpatient center. Another thing is the pay varies. So a big thing about pay, whether you're at the hospital or at an outpatient center, usually the more you're getting paid, it usually means either more work or more responsibility. And by more work, I mean you have very intense cases, very sick patients. So you're gonna be working hard the whole time you're there. Or when I say more responsibility, that can mean working solo at an outpatient center or a hospital and having no backup available, where you are the solo provider, you make all the decisions, you are the anesthetist for the center or the hospital at that time. And usually those type of jobs pay more, but of course they pay more because there's more responsibility. So you kind of have to weigh what you care about, or what is more important to you. You have to weigh and see what is more important to you. I left my hospital job to go to an outpatient center. It took a pretty big decrease in pay, but I'm so much more happier. I don't regret it a bit. I don't miss that money that much. I don't miss that money that much. But I'm just so much happier that that money wasn't worth it for the stress that the job gave me. I felt like my life was kind of revolved around the hospital, and I didn't want that. I want to enjoy my job. I want to take good care of my patients. I want to provide good anesthesia, but I want to also have a life outside of work, and I felt like I didn't have that working at a hospital that had a pretty heavy call schedule. If you guys enjoyed this little segment, I can go even further into detail. I kind of briefly went over things, tried to go into some detail, but if you guys would like more videos kind of explaining what hospital life is like or what outpatient life is like, I can make a video about that. And I probably have more expertise on outpatient anesthesia at this point because I've been there the longest, but I also did a whole lot of rotations at different hospitals as a student. So let me know if you found this helpful. So it is almost time to go to bed. It's almost 10 o'clock and my week off is coming to an end. I have a couple hours left of freedom. But no, I'm kind of ready to go back to work. You know, anytime I have a week off and I come back to work, I just have like this like burst of energy. Like I can do anything, like bring it on. So yeah, ready to go back to work. Yeah, so today was a fun day. Kind of relaxed most of the day. And then I went to have dinner with my cousin who turned 18, so that was fun.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Darius. Happy birthday to you. Yeah.
Wait, you guys gotta make a wish. Did you make a wish?
Make a wish. Make a wish. Make
Your
a wish.
manifestations.
Manifestations. Put it out there in the atmosphere.
He's like the first person that I've seen from childhood, like from being born to like being an adult. So pretty cool. And update on Orla. So I got an email today saying that someone has an adoption request for Orla. So we are meeting the husband and wife tomorrow. They're gonna come and meet Orla. So fingers crossed that she finds a forever home. She's an awesome cat. I really like her. And yeah, I'm ready for her to hopefully find someone who's gonna love her and take care of her because she's a cutie pie. So I will probably end the vlog here. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you all later.